Now for the next DIY, I'm going to use one of the lemon bowls from the Dollar Tree and this beautiful glass candlestick that I got at Dollar Tree the other day. I think I can combine those. If I paint the candlestick to look like white, like the bowl, that's going to be the perfect pedestal to lift this up to make a little planter. So I'm going to use that same color that we used before on the centerpiece. I believe it's heirloom white. And I'm going to simply spray the candlestick. It almost looks like a milk glass when you paint it. I was really impressed with how this turned out. Then I let that dry and I'm just going to attach it to the bottom of the lemon bowl. My Dollar Tree had tons of lemon bowls. They didn't have any of the plates, but they had plenty of the bowls. So this is a fun DIY with that. I'm going to use the Gorilla Glue clear grip there on the outside and then follow that up with some hot glue here on the inside, trying not to mix my two glues together, but that's going to work well for glass to ceramic. And I just glue that right there on the bottom. It is kind of a smaller version of the urn we made before. I love the fact that it has these beautiful lemons on the outside of it. So it's going to make the perfect little planter that we can make a DIY for my shelf in my dining area. I'm going to take some of the Dollar Tree foam and just attach it with a dot of hot glue so it doesn't move around too much. And what I want to do is fill this up with greenery. And I'm going to use that same garland that we used before for the centerpiece. And this time, what I'm going to do is just cut the leaves into little stems that I can place down into the foam. So I just leave a little stem on them, just enough to be able to place them down in it. This foam from the Dollar Tree is not super soft, it's not that kind of foam. So I do have to kind of end up switching up and using like a little screwdriver to poke some holes in there first, and that made it a lot easier to add the greenery. And I want it to be super full, so I'm going to use an entire package of the garland and filling it up with greenery. And you could really use any kind of greenery you have, but I like the shape of these leaves. I think it's pretty similar to what you would see on a lemon tree, so I think it's going to go well for this theme. And we're going to be adding lemons and flowers to this as well. But I don't want you to be able to see the foam. So I do take a little bit of reindeer moss and just kind of scatter that around inside anywhere where I think you might be able to see some foam before we add everything else. Now, lemon tree has white flowers on there, and there's white flowers on the lemon bowl itself. So I'm going to be using a couple things. I'm going to be adding some white baby's breath from the Dollar Tree to it and some of their lemon, one of their lemon picks. I'm going to cut those into individual pieces. And these white flowers are a little different. They don't have yellow centers, but they're the perfect scale for these flowers. So I think this is going to work. I'm just going to use one package and just kind of scatter those around in the greenery. And it's a nice, white color to go with that pop of green with all of the leaves. And of course, the pop of yellow with the lemon picks. So I just kind of scatter those around. I try not to go too high with those. And then I'm going to be using some of the Dollar Tree fruit picks. I have a couple here that I've used for other DIYs, and so I have some left over. I'm just going to use some wire cutters and cut them down to size. Basically, I just want little picks that I can also put into the foam. And they're pretty sturdy, so they're pretty easy to place down in there. But I just have to have enough of a stem on there to do that. If you just have lemons and you don't have the picks like this, you could always add some Dollar Tree skewers to the back of that. Anything that you can poke it down inside the foam. This one I had to replace to make it long enough, but no problem at all. And I'm not going to add those leaves just because they would be a little bit different than the ones that we used. And I want to add an odd number, so I think 3 is perfect. And just kind of arrange those what I think looks best. I think this turned out so cute. It was so easy to make with items from the Dollar Tree. And let me show you how our little lemon planter turned out. I'm going to use this on the in the shelves next in the cabinet next to my kitchen table, so this is going to go well with the theme. I think this would also be really cute like on a kitchen counter. It's just the right scale for that, and just some lemon fun for summer for your kitchen or your home.